If you're the owner of a 2018 or newer Mustang GT and want to go with one of the most trusted names in the community for your pump gas, E85, or intake manifold tune, then the Lund Racing nGauge combination would be the way to go. Now, Lund Racing will provide you with one custom tune for your manual or automatic 2018 or newer GT, along with the extremely user-friendly and attractive nGauge device, which is going to start just south of $600 for the pump gas tune and go up from there. Now, your installation will be extremely easy using the nGauge device, and we'll show you how to get your tune uploaded and walk you through the device later in the video. So if you've been around the Mustang world for any amount of time, then chances are you've probably heard the name Lund or Lund Racing thrown around, and for good reason. That's because they are easily one of the most trusted names in the game and have been that way for many years when it comes to tuning your late model Ford, including some of the fastest Mustangs in the world. In fact, the team at Lund Racing is behind the tuning for the 8-second stock motor and trans 2018 Mustang GT, along with some of the other fastest 2018s out there at this time. But before we talk about some of the tweaks the team at Lund utilized to squeeze more power out of your 2018 or newer GT, let's break out some dyno numbers. Now, first we're going to cover the gains when using 93 octane, and then we'll go over some of the gains when using E85. For reference sake, all of the runs were done on a manual 2018 GT in 4th gear, which by the way is 1-to-1. Baseline run on 93 octane gave us 429 horsepower and 397 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels. With the pump gas tune uploaded from Lund Racing, the car is now making 441 horsepower and 414 pound-feet of torque to the rear tires. That's good for a peak gain of 12 horsepower over those baseline numbers and gains of as much as 16 horsepower and 30 pound-feet of torque under the curve. With E85 in the tank and the corresponding tune from Lund Racing, the car is now putting out 464 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels. That's good for a peak gain of 35 horsepower over those baseline numbers and gains of as much as 36 horsepower and 42 pound-feet of torque under the curve. So as you can see, pump gas tune-only numbers were pretty impressive overall, but you can really see where the benefit is in using E85 if it's available in your area. Not only is E85 cheaper than premium in most cases, its resistance to detonation, along with the increased cooling capabilities, safely allow for more timing over conventional pump gas, and that's why you're going to see a big bump in power over 93 octane. But aside from fueling, how is Lund going to make more power on your ride? Well, in a nutshell, they will make some small adjustments to both cam and ignition timing, along with some changes to torque management or clutch protection depending on your transmission. Now, if you do happen to have one of those new 10-speed automatics, the crew at Lund Racing will have your car driving and shifting like a completely different animal, keeping you in the power band under wide open throttle pulls at all time. Now, it is important to point out that 2018 and newer GT owners out there do have a few different options when it comes to the Lund tunes at the time of this video. Your most basic or entry-level option will be your pump gas tune, which will also be your most affordable. From there, you can step into the E85 or flex fuel tune, which will allow you to run straight E85 or pump gas or any combination of the two. This is a very useful tune if the ethanol availability in your area is a bit hit or miss, as you don't have to change your tune when changing your fuel. Finally, there is a tune available for owners interested in using an aftermarket intake manifold, such as your Cobra Jet or your CJ, for instance. And those intake manifold tunes, by the way, can be had in either pump gas or E85 flavors as well. But now that you know a little bit more about the tune from Lund Racing, let's get into the car, show you how awesome the nGauge is, we'll walk you through the device, and show you how to upload your tune. All right, guys, so we're in our 2018 GT here. We have the Lund Racing nGauge on our windshield mount, suction cup mount right now, just to give you guys a better vantage of what's going on. But I will say one of the great things about this device is its shape. And it's a perfect fit for your center gauges or center vents here in your S550 Mustang, a very popular mounting spot for this. But again, for the purposes of this video, we went with the suction cup mount just to show you guys what's up. But now let's walk you through the process of how to upload your custom Lund tune to your 2018 GT. All right, first things first, guys, you're gonna wanna plug in your nGauge to your car's OBD2 port located on the left-hand side, lower portion of your dashboard, and wait for the device to power on. Now, once Lund sends you your emailed tune, you're simply just gonna wanna drag and drop it onto the nGauge device. Again, one of the nice things about this is that it is SD card based, very easy to use. So with it powered up, we're gonna go simply to the tuning portion here. At this point, we're just gonna simply load our tune. This is our pump gas tune for our 2018 manual GT, so we'll go ahead and confirm. Flash this tune. Another one of the nice things about the nGauge device is its speed of flashing. Now granted, it's saying it's taking 11 minutes here. This is the very first time we flash this car with this device. After doing this for the first time, your future flashes will be even quicker, no more than a few minutes from start to finish. At this point, we're just gonna follow the on-screen instructions. It did prompt us to turn on our key, but not start the vehicle. With the push button start on the 2018 Mustang, simply just push the button once with your foot off the brake, and it will turn it on to accessory mode. So again, guys, this is our first time flashing the car with the nGauge. We see our progress bar right here, roughly 11 minutes. That's the longest this is gonna take. After that, no more than a few minutes from start to finish. All right, guys, so we're about halfway there. As you can see, it's still saving our stock calibration. And that's good because if you do ever want to put your car back to stock, the nGauge will store your stock file, and you can totally do that very easily here with the device. This also just happens to be the longest part of the equation. It's not going to do this every time. It's only doing it because this is the first time we're flashing our car using the nGauge. So once it saves it once, it has the file stored, and flashes from here on out will be much quicker. All right, guys, so after about 10 to 15 minutes, give or take, the tune has finished up, and we are now ready to rock and roll. But now I'm gonna walk you through the device a little bit and kind of show you what's up. All right, guys, every time you plug your device in or start your car, this is your home screen. This is what you'll be looking at. The tuning section is what we've already showed you guys. This is where you'll go to load your tune for the very first time. You can also turn on the device or your car to learn your vehicle info. This will tell you your VIN, your strategy, and the tune you are currently running. Go down a little bit. If you wanted to load your stock tune, go back to stock. I mentioned that earlier. Very easy to do here with the nGauge. Simply click on the load stock button and you're on your way. Now the diagnostics is where you'll go when you want to do some data logging or when you want to access the SD card. Again, this is SD based. You can change the settings of the device as well, sleep and wake, brightness, things like that. Here's where you'll also be able to read and clear your diagnostic trouble codes, better known as check engine lights. Crank relearn, if you do a clutch or a flywheel install on a manual car, sometimes that is necessary. So you have that option with the nGauge. But one of the big features, in my opinion, is the ease of data logging here with the nGauge device. So here he goes, 2011 plus for the PID or the PIDs. So that's what we want to concentrate on for our car here. We'll select that. Now this is your data logging screen. You'll notice right now it's just checking the PIDs and all that stuff. The car isn't running. If you wanted to do a data log for your tuner, Lund in this case, very, very simple to do. All you'll need to do is basically just hit the screen one time. You can see the lights flashing. It is now data logging your car. Now whenever you want to stop it, very easy, hit it again, and the log has been stopped. The nice thing is you can do this as many times as you want, and it's all gonna separate the logs chronologically and not just piece them all together like other products out there on the market, and that makes it a little tougher on your tuner to decipher different runs. This one's gonna break it down for you by run chronologically as you hit your button here and then turn it off. So again, one of the big things I really enjoy about the nGauge is the ease of data logging. But now let's go to probably the biggest feature, I would say, with this or any gauge or handheld device like this, and that is your on-screen gauges and monitoring capabilities. So we're gonna connect it to our car here, making sure the key is on. So here's one of a few different layouts we're looking at, and this is one of the more interesting ones. This is the digital gauge. As you can see up here, guys, it's broken down into a number of different categories, and that's our RPM there. So you can set this up as a tach or a shift light. and you can pre-designate the RPM in each one of these little boxes here. So say we wanted to put this at 4,000. There we go. And for instance, let's start the car. And you can see we're at 1,000 RPM. That's illuminated there. It's dropped down below 1,000. But if we rev it up a little bit, you see those lights kind of go up and down based on the RPM that we set here. So again, you can see how this would be useful for, again, maybe a shift light, or you can set it up for your air-fuel ratio. If things start leaning out a little bit, it'll give you a warning light in that regard. But very, very useful. Let's show you some of the other gauges here real quick with this device. This is more of a traditional round gauge. We have it currently set to RPN, but we're also looking at our knock sensor as well. You can totally change that signal if you wanted to monitor something else, maybe our air-fuel ratio or lambda. So it's still going to maintain our RPM up top, but now we're looking at our lambda down below. I really enjoy this. It's kind of simple, kind of old school, but let me get to my favorite signal here, or gauge layout, and that's the 6 at one time. And again, guys, you can set this up in a number of different ways. You can change every single one of these values to whatever you want to look at any given time. For instance, what we're looking at right now, intake air temp, oil pressure, your spark, basically your spark advance, diff temp, and all kinds of good stuff. So let's show you how easy it is to change one of these signals. Turn this on. And again, you have a number of different things you can check out at any given time. If you want to speed this up, just simply hold your finger down, and it'll scroll through a little bit faster as well. Fuel pump duty cycle, so we'll just select that, and there it is. So again, a number of different things you can check out at any given time. You can change the color of these things if you want to make them a little bit more visible. You can change the layout. We can even go back to a more simple 4 style layout as well. So you're just looking at 4 values at one time, things that might be a little bit more crucial to you. And again, set these up however you like. Get out of it, we're back at our home screen. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's our brief walkthrough of the nGauge device in review. As you can see, it's very user-friendly, very functional, and a very capable little device that looks pretty darn good in the interior as well. We hope you enjoyed this review of the Lund Racing nGauge and Tune combo. And for more info, be sure to check it out right here at AmericanMuscle.com.